So far, we've talked about listening to understand the speaker's perspective, using open-ended questions to discover how the speaker sees the world, what their emotional reaction to that worldview is, and then what they want from you. We talked about using nonverbals to assess how people are emotionally responding to things. The next two things we're going to talk about is using what we call minimal reinforcers to let the person know that you're listening, and embracing silence in order to give them the speaker time to think and process. We'll talk about those together because they're relatively short. So minimal reinforcer is a fancy term for nodding your head and going, uh-huh, yep, uh-huh, uh-huh, yep. That's minimal reinforcement. It's just a way to politely let the speaker know that you're paying attention. Sometimes, for example, when I'm like engrossed in listening to someone, I kind of lose track of myself, and I may appear, I'm so intensely listening that my face is flat, and I might appear bored or uninterested. So using those minimal reinforcers is just a way to let the speaker know that you're paying attention. We kind of consciously do this on the phone more often than we do it in person. On the phone, you want to make sure, you want to let the other person know that you're still there on the other end. So we often pepper our phone conversations with uh-huh, mm-hmm, yep. And we do that less so in face-to-face conversation, partially because we're using other physical minimal reinforcers, right? We're smiling, we're nodding, we are making eye contact. All of those things are minimal reinforcers. It's just a physical expression to let the speaker know that you're paying attention to them. And then we'll talk about embracing silence. Embracing silence is very good to be a good listener. In the United States, at least, we do not like silence. We find silence uncomfortable. If there is open air between two people, we like to fill it with conversation. This can have a negative impact on our ability to effectively listen to other people. We often jump in and finish their sentence or for them, or try to guess where they're going in the conversation when they pause. The thing is that when that speaker is pausing, they're doing it so that they have time to refine their thinking. They're doing it so they have time to process their emotions. They're doing it so they have time to really invest in, how am I going to communicate this to this other person? And when we jump in and fill that space, fill that silence with our own ideas, opinions, thoughts about what they're going to say, it takes away that opportunity for them to process. And we don't want to do that. We want to give them the time to process, to communicate as accurately and vividly their worldview to us as they can, the way the world looks through in their eyes. So when there's silence in a conversation, just embrace it, just lean into it. You can also, because silence makes us uncomfortable, you can also use silence as a way to get people to kind of elaborate more. So if someone says something and you notice you don't feel like you're getting the whole story from them, try just being quiet. Try just waiting and giving them that opportunity to finish the story, to go deeper into what they were saying with you. You don't have to. Sometimes silence is the best question. That you can use silence as a tool to get the other person to talk more, to elaborate more. And because you're not asking a question, because you're just using silence, you're giving them total control over where the conversation goes. So try embracing silence. See how it works for you.